Hi everyone. In the previous video, we learned about the nature of management and the objectives of management. In this video, we are going to learn about importance of management, then management as an art and science, then about levels of management. So here comes importance of management. The first important, achieving goals. So management helps to achieve group goals. It integrates and gives common direction to individual efforts for achieving organizational goals. Next one, increases efficiency. This means maximum production at minimum cost. So this can be done through better planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling the activities of the organization. All these functions we will be learning in the next few slides. Third point, optimum utilization of resources. By utilizing the available physical and human resources productively, it eliminates all types of wastages and leads to efficiency. Next point, creates dynamic organization. All organizations are functioning in an environment which is constantly changing. And effective management helps people to adopt changes so that the organization is able to maintain its competitive edge. And the last point is development of the society. So the management also helps the development of the society. An organization has many obligations to serve the purpose of the different groups in which the society it operates. It provides better quality product, generates employment, adopt new technology. So next about the management, arts versus science. So some people are telling management as it is a science or it is an art. So here we are going to see how management is called as art or how management is called as science. So first one we'll see about art. So these are the features of art. Okay. First one, practical knowledge. So in art, learning of theory is not just enough. Okay. But it is very important to know the practicable principle. So a manager must know how to apply various theoretical principles in the real situation. Next one is personal skill. So everyone will have their own style and approach towards his job. So every manager will use of personal skill, knowledge in his own way. This results in different level of success, quality of performance, etc. This depends on mainly their knowledge and experience and personality. Okay. Next point, creativity. Every artist has an element of creativity. It is a combination of intellectual and imagination. It infuses one's creativity and develops one's own style and method. Next point, perfection through practice. Practice makes man perfect. Similarly, manager learns through trial and error initially. Over a period of time, he becomes perfect in application of management principle in manager's job. The last point is goal oriented. Every art is result oriented as it seeks to attain concrete results. In the same way, management also directed towards completion of predetermined goals. So now you will be knowing why management is called as an art. If we go through again, a successful manager practices the art of management in the day-to-day job of managing an enterprise based on study, observation and his experience. There are various theories of management. So a manager applies these theories to a given situation or a problem in his own manner and technique. And a good manager works through the combination of practice, creativity, imagination, initiative and innovation. A manager achieves perfection through long practices, and a manager applies his acquired knowledge in a personalized and skilled manner. This is why management is called as art. Next, management as a science. So these are the features of science. First one, systematic body of knowledge. Science is a systematized body of knowledge and its principles are based on a cause and effect relationship. Next is principle based on experimentation. So scientific principles are developed through continuous observation and tested through repeated experimentation. Next, universal validity. So scientific principles are correct and have universality in of their application. Just like the law in any part of the world, if we take law of gravity is the same. Nobody is explaining in a different way. So law of gravity is the same and it is universally applicable. This is just one example of science. So now we have to see how management as a science. So management has a systematized body of knowledge. It has its own theory and principle that have developed over a period of time. And the principles of management have evolved over a period of time based on repeated experiments and observations. Management is called an inexact science. That is inexact science because management deals with human beings and human behavior. The outcome of these experiments may not be accurate and predictable. That is why management is called as inexact science. Management principles use and application is not universal as like science. They have to modify according to the given situation. So this is the how we are explaining management as a science and art. Now we'll see how management as a profession. So these are the features of profession. Profession you will be knowing. Like some professions will be coming to your mind. Doctor, lawyer, etc. So here these are the features of profession. First one, well-defined body of knowledge. All professions are based on a well-defined body of knowledge that can be acquired through instructions. Next is restricted entry. The entry to a profession is restricted through an exam or through acquiring an educational degree. Example, to become a chartered accountant in India, they must, those who wanted to become, they must pass the CA exam conducted by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. This is one example. Then next point is professional association. All professions are affiliated to a professional association which regulates entry, grant certificates of practice and issue code of conduct. Example, lawyer. In India, if they wanted to become a lawyer, they have to be a member of Bar Council. Next point is ethical code of conduct. All professionals are bound by a code of conduct which guides the behavior of its members. And the last point is service motive. The basic motive of a profession is to serve their client's interest by rendering dedicated and committed service. Example, lawyer to his client. The lawyer should think about his client should get justice from the court. He shouldn't think only about his fees and all, but his main aim should be that his client should get justice from the court. So how management as a profession? We'll go in detail. So management has a systematized body of knowledge built upon and by the management practitioners, thinkers and philosophers over a period of years. And there is no restrictions on anyone being appointed as a manager. Anyone can become a manager irrespective of his educational qualifications possessed. And the next one, in this field of management, there is no uniform code of conduct. Hence, management cannot be regarded as a pure profession. And the last one, the basic purpose of management is to help the organization to achieve the organizational goals. Next is levels of management. As you can see a pyramid here, top, middle and the low level. So there is 3 levels of management. The management we can divide into 3 levels. So the red color is top level. So there comes the owners, board of directors, chief executives, etc. At the middle levels, there all the departmental heads will come. And the last level, that is lower level, all the superintendents and the supervisors, foremen, etc. Okay. So here we'll go in detail. Top level management. So the top level management, it consists mainly the heads of an organization, like senior most executives. So here it consists of board of directors, chief executives like chairman, president, managing director, etc. And this level of management establishes policies, plans, and objectives. And they are responsible for the welfare and survival of the organization. They analyze the business environment and its implications for the survival of the firm. And they're also responsible for all the activities of the business and for its impact on the society. So the next level, middle level management. So this level is the link between top level and lower level management. And the middle level management are subordinates to the top level managers and superiors to the lower level managers. They consist the divisional heads like production manager, purchase manager, sales manager, etc. So they mainly concerned with implementing the plans and policies developed by the top management. Next, they ensure that department has the necessary personnel. Personnel means laborers or employees, and assign necessary duties and responsibilities to them. And the middle level management is responsible to top managers. And the next level, the last level, is lower level management. It is also known as operational management or supervisory management. So it directly concerned with the actual workforce of the organization. Supervisors assign specific job to the workers, evaluate their work, report, and they will be reporting to the middle level management. And through their efforts, quality of the output is maintained, wastage materials is minimized, and safety standards are maintained. So if you take as a whole, the company as a whole, the working force is in the lower level management. The top level management, they will be formulating the policies, objectives, and plans. The middle level management, they are the operational heads or functional heads. They will be seeing how they have to implement the plans, policies, and objectives done by the top level management. Now, functions of management. According to Henry File, to manage is to forecast and plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate, and to control. So we'll go in detail. We'll see what is planning, organizing, commanding, etc. So first is planning. So planning is deciding in advance what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and who is to do it. So planning is a process of thinking before doing. It also consists of examining various alternative courses of action available and choosing the best one in order to achieve the predetermined goals. That means different alternatives are available. So in planning, you have to see which is the best alternative and you have to choose the best one to achieve the organizational goals. Next is organizing. So organizing function refers to identification and grouping of activities to be undertaken and assigning them to different departments. A sound organization helps management in achieving group efforts. Each one in the organization is clear about his duties, the work he has to do, his responsibilities, to whom he is accountable or who is accountable to him. So the next one, staffing. So finding the right staffing just means finding the right people for the right job at the right time. This is concerned with the human resource or the workforce, laborers. So staffing includes recruitment, selection, placement, training, promotion, transfer, remuneration, etc. Many things are there. Very few I have included here. Next is directing. So it involves leading, influencing, and motivating people to perform the task assigned to them. So, motivation and leadership are two key components of direction. Motivating workers means simply creating an environment that makes them want to work, and that means provide whatever they want and they will feel like working in your organization. Then leadership is influencing others to do what the leader wants them to do. Okay. The last one is controlling. It is a function of monitoring organizational performance towards the attainment of organizational goals. So, the process of controlling involves determination of standards of performance. Next one, measurement of performance, then comparison of performance with the standards, finding out various variances or deviations if any. Then last one, taking corrective action or measures. So in a simple way, what is controlling is you will be fixing a standard and later you will be measuring the performance whether you are reaching the standards or not. Then you will be comparing what is your standard and how is the performance. Then the fourth one, you will be finding the difference. It is not required always there will be a difference. So if there is a difference between the standards and the real performance, then the last one, you have to take the corrective action or measures to achieve the standards. So here in this video we are not going in detail all the functions of management, because in the coming chapters you will be learning in detail each function. So next is coordination. According to Henry File, coordination harmonizes, synchronizes, and unifies individual efforts for better action and for the betterment of the business objective. So here, these are the features. So what do you mean by actually coordination? So the process by which a manager synchronizes the activities of different departments is known as coordination. I'll repeat. The process by which a manager synchronizes the activities of different departments is known as coordination. It binds all activities such as purchases, production, sale, finance to ensure the continuity of the working. Thus, coordination regarded as the essence of management. It is very important in an organization. So one example I'll give, like material purchase should be made by the purchasing department. So whatever materials you have to purchase, so only the purchase department will be purchasing required materials. But how they have to purchase? Only on the basis of the production department. How much material or how much quantity the production department is required, that much quantity the purchasing department will be purchasing. So these are the features or characteristics of coordination. First one, integrates group efforts. Next, ensures unity of action. Next, it is a continuous process, that is, it begins in the planning and continues till controlling. Next, it is a responsibility of all managers, that is, all managers in all levels, and it is a pervasive function. That means it is not only in controlling or not only in planning. This coordination will be everywhere, in everywhere and every level it is present. And the last is importance of coordination. The first one, size of the organization. So in large organization, there are many persons. So each individual has his own habits, backgrounds, approaches, relationships with others. So coordination is needed to integrate these individual and group goals of the organizations efficiently. So if you take anywhere, if you take your classroom or if you take a business organization, different people from different backgrounds, so their behavior, their character, everything will be different. So the manager should coordinate. He has to integrate everyone and to achieve to direct them to achieve the common goal or the organizational goal. Next is functional difference. Functions of an organization are divided into departments, divisions, and sections. Each unit may try to perform its mission in isolation from others, but they have to depend on each other for information to perform their activities. So just before I have explained one example, when the purchase department is going to buy purchase the materials, they have to get the consent, or they have to get how much quantity is required by the production department. So the process of thinking all activities or various departments is accomplished by coordination. The last one is specialization. There is high degree of specialization in modern organization. Every individual concentrates on one type of work throughout his career. This is what? Coordination. So when one person is doing only one activity for last 5 to 10 years, it will be very difficult for him to change the work, or even it is very little change, it is very difficult for him to accept. So efficient and effective manager will coordinate all these and will make them understand what is the importance of change or flexibility. Thank you.